Think about the people. Think about you. And if you decide to do what thousands of others are doing, why? Also, Kurt, here, and Steve. You are from Salt Lake City. I just want to highlight some of the things you were with us last week. Sure you do. There's an attorney and a psychologist. You've got kind of on the feeling. Flash on the old Spice. It's the friction on the surface between the ball and the lane surface in order to get more hook and hopefully win first prize. Now, many amateurs ask me, is this good for me too? Well, think about it. First place, standing a bowling ball only works on the very expensive urethane bowling balls costing more than $100. It only works on very oily surfaces where you can't hardly get the ball to break much at all. Third place, if you go to another bowling center, the ball will always hook early and give you a lot of trouble and be very difficult to control. And finally, it damages the proprietor's surface and it tears up the front part of the lane where you always need some skid. Not only ruins the lane for you, it ruins the lane for the other bowlers. Now let's take a look at the final answer. No to damaging the lane, no to a $100 ball, maybe yes to the oily surface occasionally, and finally no to any other normal bowling surface. You be the judge. All you gotta do is smell the morning like an old spice. Body moving night. Up and out of something twice. Pour out a handful like an old spice. Nobody sends more guys out there alive and awake than unmistakably master an Old Spice. Tomorrow, quarterback Tim Kelly, who last Sunday threw for a record-setting 574 yards, leads the Houston Gamblers as they clash with explosive Tampa Bay on the USFL live at 2:30 Eastern tomorrow. Basket crowd live out here at the Buckeye Lanes. The two bowlers who will be competing in the third game are still practicing. And Bo, next week, Toledo Trust has done a great job with the PBA National Championship in Toledo, where the Maumee River is really high. You're right, Chris, but it won't fought out that big tournament. The tournament starts tomorrow. Then we go on to see Bob Palin and Mike Robinson down at the King Louis Open, then on up to some of the big tournaments coming up, the final challenge in the Light Beer Slam, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the championship, and out to Baltimore for the Fairlanes Open race. Sajak and Slagle are ready to tee it up. Chris, we've had 9 open frames so far in the first 2 matches. But these 2 players here are dialing in conventional style players. I'll bet they don't have more than 2 opens in this whole match. Okay. Ernest Slagle, oldest in the field of 5 at 41, about 90 minutes. And when you have open frames, players, lots of them, boy, it takes time, as you all well know. But we're not bowling through right here, as we have now a 2-8. Ricky Sajak, you know, as I went down to introduce your tip, Jim Winkleplex walked by me and he said, Chris, they are squirrely today. And I think that's a pretty good description. What happens to the players when they give it room like Sajak just did? He slides by for the 2-8 and he tries to help it up to the pocket. He goes right through the nose. So he's in big trouble. Oh, well done. So we have a very close semifinal match. The winner will meet our tournament. Well, left the fourth one on the right lane. An unusual 41-year-old. He's had 2 broken ankles. One when tripping over a cement block in the parking lot. Another staying on the lane. He's had a lot of physical problems along the way. But an excellent bowler, a pro all around. All right. We asked Ernie earlier his thoughts about bowling against Pete Weber if he can win this match. Well, $1 million, that's his problem. I've come to win. I mean, he's going to be thinking about that million, and that's added pressure for him. To me, there's no pressure. I've been here before. I'm going to win this match. This is mine. Well, there is a champion of fighting, believe me. This Schlegel.
He's got a good point. Pete Weber's thinking not only winning his title in the 20,000 that goes along with first prize, but he's thinking of that $1 million bonus if Schlegel gets by this first match against a very tough stage like. He should have the upper hand against Weber.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's getting pumped now. Schlegel. I think Pete has a little smart in him, like take them one at a time, too.
The ball driving through hits the 1, 3, 5, and 9. The ball will hit 4 pins on a perfect strike. Watch this. Here it is. The 1, the 3, the 5, and the 9. All the rest of the pins either got.
Now in the fifth frame, they're working. They're by leading the 2-5.
Sajak has moved to the inside line also, Chris. He's been high on that right-hand lane, had an open split in the first and third frame, has made a big move, about 15 boards left on the approach, and about 10 boards left on the lane. He's playing between the second and third arrows. In fact, this is the first 2-5 combination we've seen all day.
Ricky Sajak, a close match with Ernie Schlegel. Semifinal prelude to the final.
Here's Sajak. Here's the line he was playing. He was out here trying to break the ball right into 1-3. He's been high all the time. He's just made a move right in between the second and third arrows. Let's see if on the left-hand lane he stays out by the first arrow.
Did he go?
No, he made a move inside on that lane also, and he was left the 1, 3, 7, 8, 10. And this is the same as the washout. Watch the ball sliding by. Now he's playing the inside line on both lanes. I think he should have stayed out on the left lane here, Chris, but let's see if he goes to this washout. It's a very tough shot.
Crowd sympathetic of what they felt was a sure spare, devastating open frame for Ricky Sajak, who defeated Jim Winkleplex 212 to 167. How close can you get?
Here's where the experience of Schlegel can come in. He tried to put the pressure on Sajak in the third frame when he left the 8-10 split. He ran it out. Once again, Sajak has given Schlegel a big opening as Schlegel stands up here in the sixth frame, leading by 29. A strike here would put him 39 ahead. He knows this is a critical shot that will really put the pressure on Sajak.
He did a long look as he set his grip at the pins to make sure that he was set properly. Didn't ask for a rewrite. Ernie Schlegel.
The story of bowling. The angle is directly proportional to the carrying power of the pin. And from the outside line, they carry that 10-pin almost every time. But Schlegel's playing a very smart game plan. He's playing inside line between the second and third arrows, staying out of trouble, watching these other players beat themselves by trying to throw all those strikes to the outside line. He has moved in. He's forced Sajak to move in to try to catch up.
Persistence of Ernie Schlegel, the win in Kansas City into the streak of 12 years as a PBA member without winning. Good condition now, 155 pounds, he says. Remember, he's 41.
Good financial condition, too, Chris. He's very frugal with the money he's made out here on the tour. Wife, Kathy Schlegel, is in the church business, and he's in the gift business and also in the bowling ball business.
No sequence cut the buck.
Well-diversified, excellent player.
Oh, he likes it. Remember, here's a man that does not have 20-28. So by 29 pins. It's the semifinal match before the final game.
Got to gamble here, Chris.
He did. Sajak, who defeated Jim Winkleplex 212 to 167. Winkleplex winning the first match over Wayne Webb 183 to 172. There he is, trying to earn the right to go against the tournament leader, Pete Weber.
Important shot here. He needs to get a strike for his confidence and to keep some pressure on Schlegel. He's playing. Just no consistency from that outside line. People say, why do the players persist in playing that line? Well, most of the week they played that outside line to get to the championship round, but occasionally a pair of lanes that doesn't work too well on it, and this pair seems to be that way today.
Ricky Sajak is one of 8 players last year to earn on the tour over $100,000. And Ernie now took a long look in the right lane the last time up. Just said something to Larry Golan, thought he was going to ask for a rewrite. Nope.
What's Miller train he's in, Chris? He's got a 29-10 lead. He knows the score, and he knows that he can put away Sajak with a strike right here. He had the same opportunity in the 6th frame and left the 10-10.
Well, he let up on this shot.
He didn't put any power on it. He's thinking of taking a 3-iron and just bumping it down the fairway, but why go into the pond for double bogey? He's wide open here. He's got the match well in hand, especially when your opponent is floundering like Sajak is doing out there. There's no use giving yourself a lot of trouble.
Sure on that single 10, Ernie Schlegel in the lead, hoping to meet the tournament leader, Pete Weber.
A perfect strike, Chris. The ball is in this area. The ball hits the 1, 3, 5, and 9 pins. And that particular shot, Ernie's ball deflected too much on the 1, 3, and he left the 5 pin. And there's the shot. The ball hits 4 pins.
Foundation frame.
Schlegel going at a 188 pace. Right now, Sajak at a 159 pace. Schlegel will be halfway home when he strikes in the ninth. Right there, baby.
Not only look to the crowd, but right at Sajak.
Here's a big shot. The head pin goes to the sideboard. Look at Ernie's reaction. He loves it when he gets that light shot. Sajak coming up in the 9th frame has a chance to win and defend his title, but he must strike on the next 3 balls.
All but the 4. And you see the energy drain from that thin body, shoulders started to really needed that one.
Quickly changing balls. The best Sajak can do is 168. Just about all of it. If he does not strike, even if Schlegel would happen to foul or throw a ball in the gutter, Schlegel's using the face in the stump hole to keep that real good feel. Being stuck in the front. Sajak going quickly. Going at a 158 pace.
Just they're winning 1 game and getting in the semifinals against Schlegel. Sajak, who won here last year impressively.
Remember what Schlegel said about bowling Pete Weber, who has a chance to win $1 million with a victory here in Illinois, victory at the Miller Lite Cleveland Open. He doesn't care about Weber. Schlegel to get you to win, and you're coming up in just a minute. Sajak will be in the 160s. Ernie Schlegel going at a 188 pace. All he needs is 5 pins and 2 balls to lock up the match.
Pete Weber against Ernie Schlegel. In our booth, there's parental pride. His name, Dick Weber. Oh, by the way, Juanita back in St. Louis has something to do with this. Dick's son, Pete, is in the final.
Yes, she's back in St. Louis, and she's nervous as I am. She didn't want to have a heart attack on national TV, so that's why she didn't come.
All right. Your son's opponent is Ernie Schlegel. Colorful Ernie Schlegel. You used to do that, put that opening swing pressure on your opponent.
Well, you know, this Ernie Schlegel is an underrated bowler. He's quite a competitor out there. He's a very tough bowler. He's very knowledgeable of lanes and good man to bowl against. I'm glad Pete's bowling against him. Of course, I hope Pete wins next week, too. Just if you give Peter any advice in coming out in the field, try to start fast, go to power. What should you do in the first 2 frames? So I was telling him that this Pete game has been shooting all week, and he says, I bet I have 15 boards to the right. I feel real good.
That relieved a little pressure, didn't it, Dad?
Yes, getting that break always helps. After his bowler knows you need that break, where the pin comes around and knocks the pin up for you. So Any breaks you can get is advantageous for the individual. Well, it's obvious sorrowful because if you see the short wrist of Pete Weber with the ball breaking that late, it looks like trouble in the power play.
I agree with you, Bo. I think, personally, if I was down there instructing Pete, I think I'd have him speed up a little bit more because the reaction of the ball, the way the ball makes the left turn, you have so many boards to cover. It's very difficult.
They say you get one good break in every game, especially in a victory. Pete's already had two. That proper comes from to avoid the 2-8-10 split, and he barely prepped through from a little safety start with all even after one frame. And I agree with you, Jim. When the lanes do not favor the clankers, quick-side bowlers, when the ball goes too far down the lane and breaks very late. Let's see what Pete does. He needs to speed up and move to the right.
All right. Second frame.
Pete Weber, that's the leading money winner. The only one to win two this year, a high average, and Dick Weber has always had a watchful eye on Pete, who here is 8-4. Seems like only yesterday, Richard.
It is yesterday, sir.
Okay.
Pete, by the way, bowled his first 300 games at the age of 12. In fact, I don't know anybody's ever bowled one younger than that.
I don't know myself either, Bo, but you know, when he first bowled his first game in adult leagues, it was 300, so we're quite proud of that.
Weigel, who has a strike in the first frame, now shooting in the second. Earned the right to go against Pete Weber. That's really strikeout.
Weigel has jumped to the outside line, Chris. We saw him struggling to carry, kept the ball in play against Sajak, but he's gambling against Weber, knowing he needs a bigger score. His move to the extreme outside line on both lanes.
Let's see that hit again.
What a good break. He sends the 2-10, the third 10 on the left-hand part of your screen to the sideboard, and jumps right between the 4-7 for what all the pros like. Except for, if they can carry that hit, they always can carry the light hit in the driver's seat.
Good sign of a rolling ball.
What a good line to pocket.
A double. Weigel, third frame. Pete looking away. Reality. 4, 6, 7, 10.
The footwork is so important in this game of bowling. And here you see Weigel speed up, and then he hits right in the 1-2-3 zone, leaving the 4-7 and the 6-10. It's his prerogative which one he wants to go to or to save count. You can't afford to go for it lose count. You should just knock down 2-10. That's a bad move right there, Chris. It'll come back to haunt him because 1 equals 2 when you're on a double.
Right. So, Patrick Weigel, realizing the situation. So does Pete Weber. He has a strikeout. And now he'll be shooting in the third frame.
Pete's showing some boxing experience here at 22 years old. That big break given to him by Weigel. Pete knows this is the time to jump on it. A 20-10 lead in the second frame is as good as 20-10 lead in the 10th frame.
The man that won in Las Vegas and Miami.
What a great touch he has going, Dick.
Well, Father would still increase the speed slightly a little bit more if the ball went over the thumb all that time, but which is a good sign he's getting that thumb out quick.
Okay, fine fair. I've always liked Pete's form. And many years ago, in fact 18 years ago, this was his form in Hawaii, joining his dad out there, and look at that. Look at that form.
Check the power.
Check the channels.
That's his third on national television. He had one in Vegas for a lot of money. He had one in New York, and then one in Honolulu at age 4. Here's the man leading 10 pins, fourth place. $1 million at stake for Pete Weber if he can win here. $20,000 at stake for Ernie Weigel.
Rating the 3-6-10.
All the players struggling here. After three games, we have a 181 average as Eden looks on, the expectant mother for a second child in August. The high game of the day is only 212 by Sajak, the only 200 of the day. Surprisingly low scores, but then again, it is match play competition.
Well, leaving the 6-10, trailing now by 5. Tough break for Pete Weber. Suffering. Leading at 10-10. Weigel usually takes a lot of time, a lot of switches, a lot of fidgeting around, and this with all the pressure, the lights, and everything, Nelson will take it even longer.
Agreed, Chris. Sometimes that's been his downfall. As you see, as a career championship round under 518-23. Triple spare for Ernie here. He's had 15 open frames, so almost an unbelievable total here. Look at this.
Just got it. 15 open frames.
The record we saw in the performance down at the Quaker State Open 1984, 17 open frames, and we had a banner field there too, with Ross in that field, Del Ballard in that field, strong players. Hugh Miller eventually won the tournament, the only lefty in the field there. We have no lefties today, as both players are going back and forth. 5-pin difference, fifth frame.
13 open frames in Miami when Pete Weber won the first light beer title, trying for another one today. And probably stuck just a little bit, ran into something affecting the soul of the screen. Wisely stopped.
Second frame, second step, he dragged his left tee on. Sometimes the players perspire down there, or even rosin gets on the settee area. And I remember Jim Winkleplex had his rosin down in that area during the first match, and sometimes you step into it. Theoretically, his opponent should have had him take it out of that area. Let's see how it affects Ernie Weigel.
Ernie Weigel, one of the veteran match players. He's done a lot at Paramus in New Jersey. Would he slow down for psychological reasons, Nelson?
Well,
An opponent?
Sometimes you know how an opponent likes to play. Pete Weber is neither fast nor slow, as you see our official scorekeeper, Harry Golden, knocking in the scores right there. Pete Weber taking his time also, Chris.
Different. Of course, the capacity crowd here, along with DB, realize the importance of this one game for Pete Weber.
So important to keep your form together. Look at those eyes. Look at the concentration. Now look at how high he is at the top of the swing. His ball is almost perpendicular to the approach itself, and he drives through. There's his pivot step. Now watch that wrist action. He just basically palms the ball and looks straight through it. Tremendous wrist action as his father looks on. Pete Weber needs the strike to take the lead.
He released his dad so he could go down and thoroughly enjoy this match. Crossing over and leaving the 3. And bewilderment.
Everybody looking on, and until you're out there on the lanes, it's hard to figure out what exactly is happening. But these players have tremendous touches. Pete Weber, a player that practices 3 to 4 hours a day. And when the lanes just overreact, either hook too much or fly too much, it's very difficult.
Oh, how he kept his form, trying for the spare. It was absolutely beautiful. That was the spare for Pete in the 6th frame. Halfway point for Pete. Weigel with a strike up now, then go out to a 15-10 lead with 1 here in the 6th.
When lanes are overreacted or spotty, the player that throws the least amount of hooks becomes the favorite. And in this match, that's Ernie Weigel.
Turning the screw a little tighter. Boy, with that double, that last strike, though, is the most powerful one we've had today.
Agreed, Chris. And the only errant shot Weigel had, he threw 2 good shots in the first and second frame, left the 4, 6, 7, 10 in the third. He just pulled the ball. Solid 10 in the 4th frame. There's a double up in the 5th and 6th to turn that screw a little tighter with another strike here and lead by 25.
Difference of 9,000, winning and losing in this one game. 20 to the winner, 11 to the second. Oh! He thought it was going to go way too high. Oh.
Schlegel puts the score down. Remember Ernie Schlegel's prediction. Producer Peter Engelhardt played that in their last match. He says, I will take the tournament. I will stop Pete Weber's quest for $1 million. So far, he's doing it. The only man who can turn it around is the man with the bowling ball right now, Pete Weber.
Tremendously heavy weight. Pete is thinking more about that million than missed one game.
Okay. Psychologically, a big one for Pete Weber.
Pete leaving nothing in the bag. He's just cutting it loose, putting all he can on the ball, right in the 1-3. The 6 does its job on the 10-pin, and it sets up a position for Pete Weber where he just about has to must strike. Once again, he's bowling a player with the capability of Schlegel to stay clean, stay out of trouble. Weber trailing by 25, 8 frames. He cut that lead to 15, a must situation.
Intensity on both faces, Didi and Pete Weber. Wow, ball's getting really heavy.
Dexterity, touch, whatever you want to call it. Watch this. Pete swings it out wide, then just overpowers the lane and the pins. He's got one opponent left, and that's Schlegel. 15 pins separate the players. Let's see how Schlegel reacts to the
Working on 2 in a row, 8 frames.
Bagger and the Schlegel in the driver's seat, though.
What a pivotal ball. Chris, he did not throw his best shot. He followed through all over the place, but he kept it in throws. Watch this replay to show so much of how he gets his wall shot. If he was a power player, he would have missed the head spin and had a potential open frame by playing the right shot, the down and in, a straight shot. He has bailed out the bad shot and put himself in the driver's seat. Right now, Ernie Schlegel going at 2:20 pace. Pete Weber has a possible 2:25. Nice play.
We're live in North Olmsted, Ohio. Wide World follows 2 live events. Aaron Pryor, Gary Hinton, Championship Junior Welterweight bout live from Atlantic City, followed by live coverage of the Florida Derby. 11 promising 3-year-olds getting ready. Another step toward the Derby. Here's another step for Ernie Schlegel. 4 bags of nice frames.
Oh, he sent some cash on that shot.
Boys really put the pressure on Weber. Weber is a must-strike situation. Ernie Schlegel going right at a 2:30 pace. Weber, the best he can do is 2:25 and hope. But he has to strike here, Chris.
22 years old. 6 years in the PBA, 6 wins.
Doing what he has to do.
You can see the pressure all over his face, you know.
Pressure, and he sure has risen to that pressure and taken care of it, Chris. But he needs to strike here in the ninth. Once again, the best Weber can do is 2:25. An excellent game under these conditions. But Schlegel, as the scoreboard shows, is going at a 2:30 pace. If Weber does not strike here, Schlegel just can walk in and pick up the check.
5 in a row, 3 in a row.
Another step, pointed about perhaps $1 million shot. 4-bagger. Oh, what intense competition.
Pete Weber almost, we showed the profile of what a perfect strike is. The ball must hit the 1, 3, 5, and 9, but when you have that much power, you can actually hook by the 9, 10 and miss it with the ball. He's got a break and came back. He has now left himself open to win the tournament. He can still win. A strike right here would put him within 5 pins of Ernie Schlegel.
What a competitor. Remember, he is 22 years old. He's going to feel 50 when it's all over. If he in the 220s, like Ernie, he has 5 in a row.
Count's very important here. He has now forced Schlegel to mark, but if he can strike, he can force Schlegel to mark and get a good count.
Yeah, they have to shoot laps in this game.
Agreed. Pressure is going to be all on Schlegel. Weber's done his job.
Look at that. Closing with 6 in a row. Swirly, shaky. Until that 6 stagnant. Now, that bowling ball for Schlegel will weigh more than 16 pounds. The fans here are beside themselves.
Consider what rests on this shot. Schlegel needs 16 on two frames or in the 10th frame to lock up the match. 20,000 for Schlegel, and it would set out Pete Weber's quest for the $1 million light bonus. Schlegel sent it right up to the nose and got a great break. He slips out to 4-7, leaves the 10. He must convert this spare and get 7 pins to win. If he misses the spare, Pete Weber wins. Once again, has to convert the spare and get 7 or better. 6, we'd have a tie.
Weber averaged 226 for 42 games. Coming in, he's just got a 225. All right, the spare.
7, 8, or 9, Pete Weber ends up with 11,000 and a possible $1 million down the drain. Ernie Schlegel walks off to the 20,000. If Ernie would happen to get 6, we'd have a tie in the series. A sudden death 2-frame rollout. 5, Weber would win.
And graphics, 7, 10. There's 10 down there. Oh, listen to this pressure. Wide World is next. Boxing and horse racing live. What a horse race we have right here. A human race. He got 10, and he got 20,000. What a pressure-packed final match. Winning it by 4-10. 229 to 225. Kathy and Ernie are happy. We'll be back. Dollar quest for Pete Weber is ended by 4 pins by Ernie Schlegel, who wins his 4th PBA title, 229 to 225, getting 20,000 the trophy from Dino Series through Miller Brewing Company. Stay tuned next for ABC's Wide World of Sports. Today you'll see live coverage of both the IBF World Junior